Hi guys, welcome to our programming training channel. So in this video series, we're working on developing simple dictionary app. What it does is it will read list of words from a specific file and source it in our database, so that the list of words will be presented in a list view, and also the database will be searchable. So we have used SQLite database. So in our previous videos, we have implemented the database logic, and we have managed to extract the list of words from the text file and entered it into our database. And also we have presented the list of words in a list view. So this far we have come this far, and in this video what we are going to do is we are going to implement the search feature. Okay, right now what we have is I'm using Huawei Manager. I'm testing the application from the Huawei phone. So when we click the search on the search button below, it will take us to the search activity. This activities and navigations we have implemented in a previous video, so you can go and check. In this video, what we are going to do is we are going to implement search word. So I will write a full word here to be searched in English, and when the user clicks search button, below we will present the Amharic and French meanings of that word. Okay, so let's start with the layout first. Let's check if it's what we want. So let's modify this one a bit. This is what we implement in the first or second video. So right now I think we need to modify a little bit to it, so that when a user enters a word and clicks search, we need two text views here at the bottom to show the meanings. Okay, so let's add two text views, and let's change the name LBL Amharic and LBL French. So here we'll show Amharic meaning here. Here we'll present French meaning. Okay, let's make the color black so that it will be a bit bold. Okay, so I think this is enough for now. So let's go to our code, search. So here first let's go back here. So we have btn search, so we can create a function here. Okay, public void search specific word Android view button. So I try to follow the function signature standard of a function, so that this function can be used on the on-click event of this button. Now Android on-click. See, now I can see the search specified function, but the signature has to be like this. It has to be public void, and this parameter has to be exactly like this. You can change this variable name, but the rest has to be exactly similar. Now we have a function. So in this function what we are going to do is we are going to take the user inputs and go to our database and search a specific word using that input and return the list of return the specific word if there is any and present it to the user. If there is nothing to show, then we have to say so to the user, right? So let's create the labels or our text view. LVL Amharic. r.id.lvl Amharic. So let's convert this to text view and let's copy paste this one. The other is LVL French. Okay, now string search word, that the search word is where is the search word? It's in txt search word, right? So we need to create edit text control text search. Why I used edit text? Because the type is edit text. Okay, find view r.id.text search word. We need to convert it to edit text. Now our search word is dot get text. Now let's check if search word is empty, is false, then we can search. Or I think we can implement the not functionality rather than making it lengthy. I prefer the long statement, but Android Studio recommends this one, so let's take this road. Okay, so search word that is empty. If it's not empty, then I can implement the search. So let's call our database logic function. This is our database logic class, and in this I'm going to call the search specific word function. It accepts a string and returns a word model. So that's the function that I want to use. Database logic, it expects context. So let's create a shared context here. And okay, let's alt enter to import the context class. And here context means this. So here I can use the context object. So let's create a word model to store the returned object. Database logic dot, I'm going to use search not similar words but specific word to get a single word. In our next search we might use list of words so that we can get similar words, but right now I'm going to search for a specific word. So if word model is not null, which means we've managed to find a word with the given search input from the user. So if we have anything to show to the user, then lvl.setText, and I can get the word from word model dot get Amharic word. I said store it on the Amharic level, so lvl French dot set text word model dot get French word. So this is what we need. Okay, if the word model is empty here, we need else condition, and we need to toast. We need to show something for the user that the search is not successful. Okay, we use the default context, and here we can write a text. Nothing found on the given criteria, or something better if you have length is short, long, sorry. It should be visible for the user. It shouldn't just come and go quick. Okay, I think we have managed to complete our search function, and the search function is bound with our buttons on click function. I think we can test our application now. Let's see what will happen, and we can fix any bug. Okay, so let's run our application. Okay, it's being installed. Okay, it's opened. Okay, now let's go to search. Now let's try searching hello. I think we have the word hello. Click search button, and it gives us, see, salam and bonjour. This is what we have in our database. Let me show you the file. This is the file we have used to extract. So this is what we have. Okay, I said hello, so it gave me salam in Amharic and bonjour in French. Okay, so this concludes our specific word search. Let's try for one more thing. Let's search for welcome. When I say search, it shows me እንኳን ደህና መጡ in Amharic and bienvenue in French. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So this is our search feature. So let's go back to our project, and let's close the open files. So now we have successfully implemented a search functionality, but the search functionality works only for exact word searching. Okay, what if I made mistakes, like in the welcome search? If I miss the last E and say search, our application will break. Our application will literally break. Okay, and it breaks, and it restarts the application and goes to the main activity. Okay, for this we're going to implement error or exception handling mechanisms. Our application should not crash anytime. But what happened is there's nothing to be shown to the user on the specific word, so that the system crashes. Even if the system doesn't crash, the crash problem, we have to implement a way to fix it, and we'll fix it in our exception handling phase. But right now, whenever the user wants to search similar words, like when the user tries to search well see, our application has to show the list of possible words that will start or end with contains in the middle these characters. Okay, So for that we have to implement another search functionality. This time our search will be similarity search, not specific word search. Okay, so for that we already have the database logic function search similar words. It accepts string word and returns list of words similar to it. Similarity, when I say similar to this word, means starts with this word, like when we say WELC, any words that starts with this or ends with this or contains this word inside them. Okay, all words that satisfy this criteria will be listed, and we show the list in a list view. Okay, so for that we have to add a new activity. It's better to add new activity. So let's right click, new activity. I'm going to add empty activity. I call it search similarity. Finish. Okay, so let's do the design. First I can copy the search from here, this stream controls, but before pasting it I have to adjust the container. It has to be linear layout, and the layout orientation has to be vertical. Now I can paste whatever I copied. Okay, one more thing. I think there is padding here. Yeah, there is a margin setup. So let's implement that here, so that the words are so tight to the top and other corners as well. So now there is a 15 point gap between them. It's more presentable. Okay, so now let's go back to here, and now I'm not going to search for a specific word, so I don't need text views, rather I need list view. So let's search for that list view, drag it and drop it here. So we have the list view. Now let's give it a name for our list view. Search specific word. Sorry, let's clear this one. We don't have any function for now, so we don't want to see any error. We can add it when we have the function. So I need id list result. So this is our design. Now we already have implemented code to show a list of data in a list view. So we're going to copy paste, or we're going to reuse that. So we have a word list adapter here. Okay, the word list adapter we have used to show list of words in our main activity, this one. Okay, so we are going to use this list view layout and the same list view adapter. Okay, it's a bit ugly, but we will modify that in our future videos. So we are going to use the already defined adapter and the word list layout. So what we can do is, let's go to our main activity and let's copy the code, and we can implement it in the search similarity activity. Here we have to create a search method, right? Search similar word android dot view, oh sorry, battery dot view button is the input for this function, and let's paste the code that we have. And here what we have here is we're going to get all the words. We have to change this dot search similar words. Okay, now this search similar words expects an input, so let's go to our search function. Okay, search. Now let's copy the code from here. Let's reuse it. Okay, let's paste, and we're going to change the internal. This is what we want for now. Okay, so we have a search word. We have copied the design from the search to search similarity, so the control name is going to be similar. Okay, search similarity, and the input is the search word variable. Okay, so our list words, where is our list word control? We can copy the list view we have created here, and we'll change the name. We can create it here, it doesn't matter. Now, what was the name of our list view? It's lst result. So let's change it with lst result equal to find view by id r.id dot lst result. Let's cast it to list view. So we need to change this. Okay, so this function has to be called when this button is clicked. So Android on click, use search specified word. Oh, sorry, search similar word has to be. I selected the wrong function name here. Search similar word. Okay, now we have to add a link to this activity. Right now there's no path that will take us to this activity, so in the main function we have to add another button. So let's add a button here, but I don't want it to be below, so let me do something. Let's add a new layout, linear horizontal layout here, and let's add the button inside. Let's add another button here, so that so let's adjust the properties a bit. So the linear layout's height has to be wrap content. So we have two buttons. Layout is 1. Layout here is 1 as well. Okay, so let's make it 0.5. 0.5. No. Okay, what if there is nothing to it? The button's width is much apparent here. Okay, let's make this one as well. Okay, so let's make the buttons match parent and weight 0.5 for both height and width. And what we can do is, let's just remove the weight for the linear layout, so this way we can get both our buttons. So this button is btn search similar. Search similar, this one will be just search. Okay, so let's add something on the main activity. Okay, so what we need to add here is, we need to add another function, show search similar, and this function will call the search similarity activity. So here for our button we need to add on click function. It's show search similar. Now we can run our application. Okay, it's being installed. Okay, our application is live. Now let's click search similar. So this is our activity. Now let's try to search with just well and click search button. Oh, okay. Take us to the previous activity. So this means our application, there is an error with our function. So we can debug our application. Search similarity activity. What's happening here? LST result, list view. What is happening here? I don't understand. Is redundant for the list view. Is it redundant? Okay. Okay, so let's debug our application. So let's put a breakpoint here and let's run our application in debug mode. So once our application started running, then go to run and let's attach the debugger to the current running process. So this is our application. Now let's go to search similar. Let's try to search it with well and click search. So this is where we are. Now we can step into it. So this is our function. Let's go inside this function and let's see what's happening. Probably it's because of our select statement query. We used like search, like okay. I think the concatenation is not right. Let's stop our application and let's fix this. I think this is how it should be. Let's run our application. Let's test it, and if the problem persists, then we can debug it further. Okay, I think our application is running. I'm sorry, my phone got disconnected, sorry. Come on. Okay, so click on search similar, goes to our search for, type well and click search. It's not working again. Okay, so what is happening? Maybe there is another problem. Let's put a breakpoint here. We don't need this breakpoint now. So let's run our application in debug mode once again. So it's installed. It's installing. Once our application is started, then we need to attach the debugger again. So run, attach debugger. Okay. Now we'll see what's happening. Right, well, sorry, here. Now click search. So now this is the query. This is the problem now. What is the error? Could not execute non-public method for Android on click. Legal state exception. I think one thing that I noticed using get writable, so I think it should use get readable. Let's try one more. Let's debug it. Okay, it's opened. Now let's attach it and go to search similar. Well, click search. Now the exception is a different one, but I don't understand what it is. Okay, let's see what we have here. Wait, let me check first. It's like search. Wait, let me try this first, and let's make sure that there's nothing tricky going on here. Okay, let's just try it for simple search, and let's make sure that it's on our query or there's something else. Okay, our application has started, so let's attach it. Okay, type well, click search, and let's see what is happening. So it's not about our query, there's something else. Okay, let's check what we have here. Oh, sorry, I think this is a syntactical error, because after the table name I can't just write where. So I think our previous query was fine. Let's undo and add a space here. Yeah, I think this is the problem. It was my fault. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, so our application has started. So let's attach it one more time. And let's go to our search for. And search for well. Click search button. Now let's go here. There's something persistent to it. Let me check that. Okay. So sorry, what the problem was. I used two parameters, like and equal to. They can be together, so that's one thing. And this one, it doesn't matter, it's writable or readable, but it's better to make it get readable. So this will fix our query problem. And when we come to the search similarities, we have defined list result. We have searched for list result twice, so let's remove this one. So the first one will be enough. So now let's see our application, if it's working or crashing. Okay, we are set up. Okay, search. Oh, sorry, it got disconnected again. It's connecting. Okay, so let's search for well. Search. So this is what we have. It starts with well. Let's make it anything starts with E or ends with E or contains. So we'll see a list of words. Okay, so let's search for any word that contains W. So the list will change. So I'm searching for the English word. So the English word welcome contains W. Another one, the English word how contains W, and water contains W. So these three will come because they start or end or contains in the middle the letter W. Okay. If we add WA, then the only the words I will get will contain or will start or will end with WA. Okay. So this concludes our similarity search. Okay. So now we are going to in the next, what we are going to implement is we are going to clean up the list view presentation so that it will be a little, it will look a bit better. Okay? Right now it's functional, but it's ugly to look at. So I think this will conclude our video, our current tutorial. So in our next video, we are going to clean up our list view presentation. So thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you will get notifications on our upcoming videos. Thank you very much for watching.
እሺ ስለተከታተላችሁን እናመሰግናለን። ቪዲዮአችንን ከወደዳችሁት ላይክ የምትለዋን ክሊክ አድርጉልን። በተጨማሪም ከታች ኮሜንት ሴክሽን ላይ የተሰማችሁን ስሜት ግለጹልን። አስተያየታችሁን ቅሬታም ካላችሁ ቪዲዮ ላይ የጎደለም ነገር ካለ ቅር ያላችሁ ነገርም ካለ ወይ እንዲጨመር እንዲስተካከል የምትፈልጉት ነገር ካለ እዚህ ኮሜንት ሴክሽን ላይ ብጽፉልን ይጠቅመናል አይተን እናስተካክላለን ስህተታችንን ከዛ በተጨማሪ ለቻናላችን አዲስ ከሆናችሁና ሰብስክራይብ ካላረጋችሁ ሰብስክራይብ አድርጉ በዛውም እቺን የደውል ምልክቷን ክሊክ አድርጓት ይሄ ማለት አዳዲስ ቪዲዮዎች እኛ ስንጨምር YouTube ለእናንተ ኖቲፊኬሽን ይልክላችኋል ማለት ነው እናመሰግናለን